Okay, I'm going to just remind you guys why we're here. We are here to stimulate our RAS, correct?
Careful.
Of course. As we all know, we're the RAS. If we need a refresher with anybody, if anybody needs a refresher, the RAS is a reticular activating system, and we're going to be stimulating it together, if that's okay, if I have your consent tonight.
Hey!
Through visual and auditory impulses that'll be coming into your brain, they'll be radiating projections out into your cerebral cortex. And as you know, this is going to stimulate your reticular formation, which thereby will cause descending motor skills to go down your spinal cord, thereby creating dopamine as well as acetylcholine, and which, as you know, secretes serotonin, which always makes you feel better.
Yay!
And usually I would also be giving you, or you would be receiving ascending sensory traits such as touch, temperature, and pain, but I've been told that this is uncomfortable for people, so I'm going to stick with visual and auditory impulses for tonight, if that's okay. Now, any questions about RAS before we get started? No? Okay. As we know, the RAS is going to help us focus on our goals, visualize, and accomplish what we want to. And as we all know, this is a refresher course. Do you guys know the best way to stimulate our reticular activating systems?
Laughter.
Through laughter.
Yeah.
Gabe got it. Exactly. So I'm going to be doing a few jokes for you, if that's okay. Now to do the jokes, I do need to get into character. So just talk amongst yourself. That's it.
Take it off.
Take it all off. Take it all off. Okay. And while we're talking, I can talk about my friend Kevin Hart was in the news recently. That's interesting, but I just want to pour one out for my boy Kevin. Was in the movie Borderlands recently, and it didn't do so good. Did you see it?
Yeah. No.
I didn't either. So I feel really bad for him. But we're going to do our best. Also, recently, his restaurant got shut down. Well, he shut it down. Heart House. Not because of health reasons, just he didn't like doing it anymore. So that's okay, too. And I want to remember my friend Kevin as I perform tonight in character as Tanner. Hi, everybody. It's Tanner. Okay, let's make sure it's all good. Now, as we know, the reticular activating system, the best way is through jokes. Through jokes, we need visual aids. Let's get those out today. Okay, do you guys like bacon?
Yeah.
Okay, how about them bacon?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the right bacon, but I do have some jokes with these, if it's okay with you. What do you call a pig in a tug of war? Pulled pork. Oh, come on. And now, what do you call a pig with no legs? Groundhog. Come on, guys. I thought you guys studied. Now, what does the pig's tail say when it wakes up at 3 a.m. in the morning?
Son of a bitch.
Hey, it's a clean mic, Michelle. No, it's too early. Yeah. Okay. Now, I know that we're not all meat eaters here, so we got some vegans in the audience. Yeah, I know. We got to appreciate them. We got to accept them. Now, does anybody know what Bruce Lee's vegetarian brother's name is?
Jonathan.
Close. Bracco Lee. Yeah, Bracco Lee. And now, where does broccoli put all its money?
In the bag.
No, Michelle, in the stock market. Or they buy these paintings for this much because they can keep the jokes. Keep it if you want it. It's yours. Okay, there, we got some meat, we got some vegetables, and we got the reticular activating system. Are your reticular activating systems feel tickled so far?
Yeah.
Awesome. You can feel the acetylcholine secreting into your cerebral cortex as I speak. Okay, now this one's going to be a little bit trickier. This one's a little thinker. This one's a 3-in-1, I like to call it. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. This one's going to be hard for your reticular formation, but we're going to do it together. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Whale.
Well, who?
Well, are you going to leave me out here? Or can you open the door so I can come in? Hey, that's a 3-in-1 right there. That's why it's more expensive, so take it all. Okay, now, we got one more for you guys if you're ready for it. One more for your old reticular activating system. Now, Does anybody know what the Disney Sorry, let's back up for a second.
Okay.
Does anybody know how the Disney character sews his clothes? The blue Disney character, actually.
Sewing machine.
Close. Stitch by stitch, guys. Come on. Stitch by stitch. Now, do we all know what Stitch is?
Alien?
Alien, exactly, Gib. Gib, you're on top of it today. Now, as we know, Stitch is an alien, but he also has a lot of friends, like Wreck-It Ralph and Lilo and Lightning McQueen and Woody and not so much Buzz, but that's another story. So he wanted to throw a party for all of his friends. He wanted to throw a space-themed party, obviously. He's an alien. So what's the best way for Stitch to throw his space-themed party?
How?
Right.
He's got a planet. Hey. And he's got to be careful when he's dancing, because I'll tell you a little story. Lilo and Stitch, they're friends, and they love this musician called Elvis. And at his space-themed party, Stitch puts on that Elvis track, Hound Dog! I don't know the rest, but you know it. And Stitch starts cutting a rug, as he does, you know, and then all of a sudden he's cutting the rug too fast, and he hears a pop! Oh no! Lilo says, "What's wrong, Stitch?" Wreck-It Ralph says, "We gotta get him to the hospital." And so they throw him in Lightning McQueen, and they run as fast as they can to the hospital. They drive. Lightning McQueen is a car, if you didn't know. So they get to the hospital, and Stitch is holding his right knee. It's hurting really hard, and they gotta get into emergency surgery. Can you imagine? And so they take him up to the ER, and he's just crying. He's having such a hard time, and he's really in pain. Luckily, the doctor gives him some drugs that numb out the pain, but for some reason he stays awake. I think it's an alien thing. So he's awake during the surgery, and then the doctor starts going to his left knee, and then Stitch says, "No, Doc! Disney!"
Wow.
That's my final joke. Thank you. Okay.
Holy
Thank you for activating your reticular formations with me.
Yay!
Yeah.